And go for it.
Hey everyone, this is another episode of Split Screen. I'm Tony.
And I'm Don.
And we will be reviewing Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Yeah, Barbarian. So
like a Schwarzenegger Barbarian? Like at the Barbarian Brothers, 80s, where they were like twins? And
I don't even, there's definitely no correlation there. It's
okay.
about the...
What is it about?
So, I hope no one has had this happen to them because it sounds like it sucks. But pretty much a lady shows up to a house. She had Airbnb'd it. She expects to get in, cannot get in for various reasons. There's the keys missing from the box. The instructions don't seem to be matching up. She calls them to figure out what the hell's going on. Lo and behold, to find that someone is already in the home. Upon knocking on the door and talking to that gentleman, he has also booked the place, but through a different platform. So it seems like a little glitch in the system, no mistake, something like that. And then it quickly goes kind of crazy at that point.
When was it released and how much did it cost to make?
Well, I don't know. When was it released?
So it was released in 2022. See, I know this kind of stuff because I bothered to look it up. Actually, I asked Grok. So, you got to do it. But I already knew some of this information. In 2022, it cost about $4 million to make, and it made $40 million back, which is quite significant. And they're going to be doing their next movie because they were able to get financing for that based on the success of this.
Yeah.
And kind of amazing to me, I mean, that.
How much were you thinking they spent on it when you first watched it? Because Don did mention he didn't have respect for it at first.
Should I do my 3 points that I think? Yeah, because I mean, this leads into my 3 points.
Yes.
I didn't initially like the movie at all, and but whenever I see a movie that's low budget, able to get into the theaters and make back more than 10, 15 times, it's about 15 times it's what it costs to make. I have to give them credit, and it looks great for only $3 million. Unlike, Bodies, which is a movie we saw earlier, which I absolutely did not like in any kind of way. It looks so much better than that. And they were both made for about the same. Bodies. You could tell they just bought a friend's house to make it in.
Yeah.
And that was it. And, whatever. But this one, it looked good. And they filmed it in, I also like that they filmed it in Sofia, Bulgaria, because it was beautiful. I mean, it was, obviously you can't tell it's not Detroit where it's supposed to be filmed, when they're in Bulgaria, but, they did some outside shots in Detroit, which is what they wove into it, but it looks great. I mean, the whole thing, I like the lead actress. I can't remember her name. I don't know if you do, but she did a great job. She was actually, you cared about her.
Yeah.
And, which is unusual. Like I'm going to compare it to Bodies, because of the budget, and that is a thriller horror kind of thing. I didn't give a shit about any of the characters in Bodies, but I cared about her and the guy she met at the beginning, Keith. You liked them, and so that was my second point, and my third point that I would have to give it props to is.
Or something you didn't like.
Oh, something I didn't like?
It could be any three, good or bad.
Oh, should I spoil the ending then?
I mean,
this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler cast. This movie's already been out for 3 years. So if you haven't seen it by now, I did not like the ending at all. I mean, the ending just, it happened and that was it. And then it goes. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing really to continue with, but okay, I liked it and I didn't, because when she gets thrown off of a water tower, which we'll talk about, it was just so funny, and but then she saved it, for reasons. Eh, and yeah, the ending could have been better. Um, but overall, when I saw it in the theater, I didn't like it at all. But
Mhm.
on second viewing, I like it. I like the characters and I like the look of it. And you know, it's a bit too light, if you ask me. Though it could have gone more.
In terms of,
Just
like,
horror,
goriness or
horror.
horror, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, because I mean, but we'll talk about it. I mean, with the reason why this person is living underneath the house.
Yeah.
Where was everybody else at? I guess in the budget they only had enough for one creature, um,
Mhm.
or inbred
Yeah.
child,
Yeah.
adult. But
Over time, yeah.
oh, and it does have one of my favorite scenes. It's just what's right. Anyway, you tell me your three.
Let's see. I thought the narrative overhaul was pretty cohesive. Like outside of like a few kind of like silly stumbles or maybe like weird decisions, most things I thought made sense from beginning to end. The mix up, I do question how the posts were going up. Like I'm just like, who was putting these posts up? Who's booking these? I guess you could say it was Frank, which is the guy that's like downstairs.
Well, it's a
But
service.
hmm?
It's a service. What do you mean posting it?
Well, the idea was that the house was, like, confirmed booking
Mhm.
for it. So, like, that means someone actually, like, had went through and booked it because 'Cause they're
Yeah.
saying the rental agency. Because remember when,
Airbnb can be that bad. They
just
can,
naturally
yeah, and not only
okay.
that, but I mean, many years ago, I may have been may or may not have been in a relationship with a man. Okay,
Oh,
but he had
I'm
the
s
money because he was
I'm
a teacher and
so
that kind of stuff. But it
oh,
means
oh,
he's a homosexual.
he
Not
did it for the money. Okay.
we had an Airbnb in the house, and right off the bat, the very first person that stayed there decided she wasn't going to leave right away. She just sat
Oh, yeah,
there,
the squatter.
just sat on the
First
couch,
time.
and she's like, "Well, my plane doesn't leave, and I don't go anywhere until like midnight or the next morning.
I
So
mean,
I'm just gonna hang out here." And you're like,
you're gonna pay me at least minimum.
"Yeah, no, didn't happen that way."
Mm,
Yeah, no. So those mess ups happen quite a bit.
okay.
Yeah, no.
Well, then I guess if Airbnb is doing it on its own, sure, fine. But that was like one of the things where I was kind of like, this doesn't make any sense because no one knows these people are in here. Like, no one. The owner doesn't know. The rental agency who's managing the property
Well,
doesn't
you don't
know.
have any contact with the part of the beauty of Airbnb is you don't have contact with the rental agency. Once you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
You walk out. So I mean, they wouldn't have known. There's no checkout procedure. Uh, although
That
this
just
was
sounds like bad business
in
to me.
2022, there will be some security cameras because, when you do an Airbnb, you put security cameras in because you
I just think I
can't
would
trust
know as
anybody.
the owner if my house was booked for a certain amount of days. I
Yeah,
just feel like that should make sense.
nah.
But
Not if you
anyway,
have several properties, then you have somebody else do it. And
okay.
that other company is not. I mean, he went to that company, and you found out that they weren't really interested in doing anything.
Yeah, true,
They're like,
true.
okay, whatever. Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess when you're in that part of,
yeah,
you said outside Detroit? That's where this takes place?
yeah.
The city?
Yep.
Rough neighborhood.
So we want to start. What's it about?
Other 2 points.
So, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I only did
See, that was,
1.
wow, I keep interrupting. I'll try and be quiet this time.
Uh-huh. We will see.
Not really. I won't. I have issues.
We're supposed to be talking. It's the talking review.
Give me your second point before I explode.
Okay. My second point for the movie is probably I haven't seen this angle in a while in terms of like the monster and it's because sometimes monsters have their own narratives and they're just evil to be evil or whatever.
Mhm.
But this had like a backstory that's for the most part just really weird and sad and kind of just gross for like a monster this way.
Hmm.
Which kind of leads to the idea of, the whole barbarian and what does it refer to? Is it talking about a real barbarian like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or is it talking about people and how they're barbarians and the way they
I
act,
guess
treat
they
other people?
de-evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I just felt like it was like, okay, there's the thematic through line that I think is good. Um my my third point, and it's probably one of the funniest things, is when the homeless guy gets them after they escaped and he
I
says,
forgot about that.
you know, the monsters never come this far before, and like the movie could not wait to have that monster just burst through the water tower.
That was so
It
funny.
was so funny. I was
That
like, really?
that was hilarious. I actually loved that. It was so badly done though,
Hmm.
but it was just so beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
It really was. So we want to do it like lay out the how the story went.
Sure.
Where you already said that she went to an Airbnb
Yeah.
that I'll have to say. I mean, were you done with your third? Was that it? You got more?
That's three.
All right.
Yeah.
She went to an Airbnb.
Mhm.
There was another guy there who just happens to be Pennywise from It. That's
Ah,
Skarsgård.
that's right.
Yeah, and
Oh, people love and hate him. Not him
well,
himself, the movies he's in.
originally he was supposed to be a predator in it. He was supposed to be a
So
bad guy.
he's the crow?
No, he when they were making it,
Okay.
I took 2 minutes to read about a little bit about it. When they were making it. The writer, the director,
Mhm.
decided to change him into a good guy because it was opposite of his Pennywise character. And
Okay.
I think that was successful. I liked that a lot.
Sure.
Although they did make him so creepy at the beginning. I mean, every time she would walk around a corner, there he was, and
Mhm.
just all sorts of creepy things over and over to say, this is like when he made her tea and she wouldn't drink tea. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll give you tea, or I'm sitting here waiting for you with a bottle of wine.
Mhm.
And but he ended up being a good guy.
Yeah, he was
And
charming.
yeah,
And they tried to play that. I mean, I do like her. One thing I liked about her that I think is a little bit different than the average, should have made this another point, than the average horror movie is that she's kind of highly moralistic in terms of the fact that like she could have left
you know,
so many times.
actually, when you say moralistic, you're right because she wasn't dressing like a hoe.
Well, no,
She
she
wasn't like
wasn't.
in Bodies. They were all dressed in the
They're also
sluttiest white girl
kids
outfit that they
too.
could
They're
do.
like rich kids. I
She's
mean,
not any older than that
well,
than them.
but I mean, I'd probably wear less clothes if I was rich and didn't work and hung out around and did drugs all day.
It was nice to see that she dressed normally. She wasn't trying to show her titties, and
Mhm.
the pants were too tight.
Mhm.
She was a normal person.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And she's there, might as well say she went there to Detroit for a job interview,
Yes, she did.
which we didn't find out whether or not she got.
Nope.
Yeah.
She probably wasn't thinking about it too much after this excursion
Yeah.
either. I think she probably went to therapy and
Yeah.
told them she might need a few more months before training starts.
Yeah.
Because
So what happens next? What happens after
all
that?
right. So
When does it start?
the movie really starts shortly after, I think it's the wine. She wakes up in the middle of the night to notice that her door was open. She she doesn't know who else is there, so she goes out to the living room to find him. He's on the couch, kind of making some noise, is having a nightmare or something. She wakes him up to kind of inquire about what's with the door. He's kind of like, "You scared the shit out of me? What the hell?" And it kind of flipped it on her, like she was kind of the bad guy
Mhm.
because she's assuming he's just being bad when he's already kind of proven he's not really like that type of guy. He's very considerate with the wine and everything. So he's thinking about dealing with this woman and trying to make her feel as comfortable as possible. So we skip forward. I believe it is so the question is why was her door open? Who did it? Because it clearly wasn't him. He leaves for the day. She goes, does her interview. It goes well. One of the big points at this part is the person she's interviewing with asks her where she's staying. And she mentions the name, I think it's like Brightmore or something like that. And she's like, Brightmore? And the look on this woman's face is like, where are you at? Why
Yeah.
are you there? And you notice that early when it's like daytime and it's just like, what is this completely like condemned city like around this one house? It's very, very strange. Um, we go back, she goes in, and I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. She's forced to kind of check out
Mm.
something in the basement.
No, she went to the bathroom and there was no toilet paper.
Ah, no toilet paper, which leads her to the bathroom. Well, leads
Or
her
at
to
least
the
to the
basement
basement
to
because
get the
that's where the toilet
TP.
paper is.
Yes, to get the TP. And I don't know what is up with this door.
Well,
It's
she finds
animosity.
a hidden a rope coming out of the wall,
Yes.
and she pulls it,
Yeah.
and it opens up to a hallway
Hmm.
that goes to a room that has a bed, a camera, a bucket,
Hmm.
and a bloody handprint,
Yeah.
and that's it. But then she also ends up finding a second door that goes down some stairs.
Yeah. But she only does that because if we go back to, she gets trapped down there because, like I was saying, this basement door, I don't know what it has with
Got an
closing.
auto lock.
It kind of auto locks. Yeah,
Why would you have an auto lock?
yeah.
I
So,
guess. Well, oh no, I know why.
well, he wanted to keep whoever's down there.
Yeah.
So he makes
See,
up the Frank,
Frank.
who
That
was
was
wearing
that was.
a random like mechanical suit that said Carlos.
I know. I saw that. That was funny.
There's a reason for that. So that's why she even finds the door, because she's trapped in the basement because this basement door hates her. Um, she thinks about escaping that way, but clearly after seeing that room, we're not too interested. Keith comes back. She knocks on the window. He helps her escape. She's ready to get the hell out of there. He's not believing her. He's kind of wondering what's up, and he's very curious, and he wants to go see what that room looks like she's talking about. Only to
Not a smart move.
only to answer her. This is one thing I was kind of like, huh? He answered her question because she said, "Do you see it?" And he goes, "Yes." And then she's like, "Come up." He's already taken, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
he's like instantly. There was no help, no, oh my God, no, just gone, which is very strange. And that leads her to actually finally go to the inner workings of this hallway and down some stairs because she wants to know what
I
happened.
know. I don't understand why she went down though. But I mean, that's the nature of these type of movies. Because if I was somebody, when granted somebody just went down into the dark, first thing you do is you go call the police.
Well, we know what happened when police were
But
involved.
at that point, she didn't know that was
Yeah,
that they were going to respond like that. I mean,
yeah.
if you were a female and you only had your cell phone for your flashlight, would you go down, you know, 20-foot set of stairs
Well,
into dark?
I wouldn't, but that's the
The movie
thing.
needed her to.
Well, the movie needed her to, but it's also a pattern with her. She doesn't leave people behind. She always is trying to help, because she does that with the guy who, when he's a fucking asshole, when he's trapped in the thing. She's
Yeah.
constantly trying to save other people. So while, like, yeah, it's a little bit forced, she's a good person.
Mhm.
Like, literally, kind of jumping forward, when she goes down the hallway, she eventually does find Keith. Keith is
For the
freaking
moment,
out, freaking out because
something's
there's
down there
something
with
down
him.
there. He wants to leave a certain way. She's trying to go
I know.
and
I didn't understand. We got to go this way. We got to go this way.
towards the monster.
I didn't understand that. I mean, I guess no,
Yeah.
it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I didn't quite get it either. I don't know if he kind of already
He didn't have
thought.
any time. He got his head bashed in at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, he was screaming too much.
And then cut to black,
Cut the
right?
black. Yep.
And we wake up in California.
Hmm.
Well, we don't wake up. The movie shifts to
A
a
new,
different location
yep, with a new character.
with a new douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And quite the douchebag. Gosh, his name is escaping me at the moment. It was like
Just call him
AJ.
douchebag. Yeah, something
Douchebag.
like that. Yeah, I
So
think it was AJ. Yeah,
yeah, I think it was AJ. So douchebag gets a call from HR. He's in a little bit of a hostile work environment, quid pro quo sort of, HR situation that is going to lead him essentially to being canceled. That's kind of what we watched in real time.
yeah.
His
Evidently, he's an
cancellation.
actor, and he had a sitcom, and they made the pilot, and then his co-star says that he did essay on her. Now
Mm-hmm.
we can't say that on
Yep, we
the
cannot say
actual
that. No.
words. So, um, so he gets all depressed,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's in debt because
Mm-hmm.
in order to fight it, he has to pay $140,000 to fight the initial thing, and
And
then
it's
to
gonna be
go out
way more money
for
than that. Yeah,
defamation. So
by the time it's done.
yeah, it's pretty short overall. I mean, pretty much he finds out that he's going to have no money, so he goes back to Detroit because he's the property owner
Mm-hmm.
of houses in Detroit that they use for Airbnb,
Yep.
and basically he's just getting out of town for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anywhere to go. It's probably one of the last places he can kind of stay for a bit or maybe lay low.
I found it interesting because when he was talking, because when he gets into Detroit and he gets into the houses, his mom, he talks to his mom,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Well, if you need to come to Detroit." Well, he's already there, but he doesn't tell her he's there.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Oh, it's just a couple of hours. Come to Detroit." So I guess he didn't really feel. I would kind of not feel like seeing anybody if that
Yeah.
I was in a SA situation.
And he also,
We found out he did it though. I
oh,
mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his explanation to his friend at the bar after he settles.
Yeah.
It's kinda like, "You don't see how that's bad, huh? You okay, oh, I mean, it's
Yeah.
cool."
She was saying no, but you know me, I go for it.
Yeah, I'm persistent.
And then she said yes.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just needs some convincing.
Yeah.
"Okay, I mean, sure, but we see what happened." Uh, so that is why he's back at the house. Obviously, Tess, I think that's her name, the character. Tess and Keith are gone, but their stuff is there.
Oh, I should say like about a week's passed too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, during this time.
Yeah, it's
So,
been a while.
we pretty much went from Tess, fading into darkness to a week later. So
Mhm.
no one knows that Tess has disappeared or Keith,
No one knows anyone's in the house.
except
AJ doesn't know, the
except for
rental
the
agent doesn't know.
except for the luggage is there.
Yeah, that's the sign, which leads him to looking around. There's the assumption that maybe that there's squatters. Um, he eventually hears a sound down in the basement, assuming it's these people.
This was so stupid that when he hears the sound,
Grab that tiny baby kitchen knife.
well, no, no, he hears the sound, goes down, sees that there's a hidden door,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Oh man, that means because he wants to sell the Airbnbs in order to pay for his legal fees.
Mm.
He has more square footage he can
Mhm.
claim he can put on the property in order to sell it. So he literally spends. We get to see about 5 minutes of him with a tape measure measuring out
Mhm.
the underground passages, rooms.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one would be doing that.
No one will be doing that.
Do it. I mean, granted, he's supposed to be very superficial and a douchebag.
Mhm.
So, I guess, if I mean, we do know that most, actors, movie stars, particularly the ones that are, you know, big, they seem to be morons. So
Yeah,
maybe.
true.
Uh, but yeah, no, I mean, if I saw a big dark tunnel with stairs going down, I wouldn't be like, oh, got to measure that. And he keeps measuring,
Mhm.
keeps going and going, further and further, measure. And then he comes across the room with the
The
the the
baby
the
tape.
baby, the nurturing room or
Mhm.
whatever it is with the VHS tape that's playing how to breastfeed your baby.
Yeah. How to take
And
care of your newborn
he
baby.
he's very excited because that's more square footage. I
Yeah.
was like, wait a second, when you like the lights on, there's a strange video playing,
Mhm.
there's trash and all the other stuff on the floor. At some point you go, something's not right here. What?
Yeah. Well, I think he kind of assumed at that point there were squatters, so I think maybe he just thought these homeless I mean, either way, I'm gonna be concerned about
Yes,
someone in the house, but to him, he kind of you expect that, right?
from a
It's
douchebag.
trashed
Yeah,
because squatters have been in it. They've taken out the copper
yeah.
out of your pipe. Yeah, weird stuff like that, right? But either way, yeah. A lot of he was very dumb. Very dumb many dumb decisions.
But
Um,
you're supposed to not like him. That was the point.
yeah.
He didn't really have any substance, and you were looking
Mm-mm.
for him. I mean, at least he had the funny moment at the end. So,
That's a mess. I guess
oh, and that's when he sees the creature.
yeah.
Finally,
Which I guess hits
it's not
his
a creature;
measuring
it's the
tape.
inbred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hits his measuring tape, it comes flying back.
Oh yeah.
Monster shows up, and then next thing you know, he's kind of thrown into like this little pit of a
Yeah.
dungeon,
He
and
falls
Tess
into a
is
hole.
there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he falls in the hole, and then Tess is there.
And the inbred's trying to feed him milk.
Yeah, and Tess is letting him know
Just
she
take the milk. Just
just
take
take
it.
the milk. She wants you to be her baby. She wants you to take the milk, take the
Oh
milk.
my
And he's just
god,
like, no,
that
no.
was so funny because finally inbred, was so pissed off. She takes him to the nurturing room, and then she puts her dirty ass titty in
Mhm.
his mouth.
And this is what he gets. This is what happens when you don't take nice things. You should have drunk that out of the bottle versus finding yourself dragged to this room by this monster
You know what I
to
was
give it to you
thinking?
directly.
The kid that plays AJ is Jason Long,
Yeah.
and he's been in a lot of movies.
Mhm.
Um, I remember him. First movie I remember him in was what's that the space one that he was in was Scorny Weaver. Um,
I don't
oh,
remember.
yeah, no, you know it. Why can't I remember it? It's one of my favorite movies, Galaxy Quest.
Oh, okay.
He's the kid in Galaxy Quest.
Mhm.
Do you remember Galaxy Quest? Have you seen it?
Probably.
Oh,
I
we'll have
just
to
don't
watch
remember
that.
it.
We'll have to watch that. Beautiful movie. But he's been in other movies this entire time, and now he's in a $3-4 million movie where he has to be filmed getting a dirty titty stuck into his mouth on camera. And I was thinking, either you're hitting rock bottom when you're doing that, which, if you were a higher up actor, this is the last thing you would do. So I figure when he made
He's
this
in some
movie, he
other
was at a low
stuff.
point.
Maybe. I remember him in several things because he was in some of the comedy
He was in
movies
Jeepers
too.
Creepers. He was in
He
Drag
was
Me to
in
Hell.
he was in Shenanigans,
Never
which was
saw
that
it. Don't even know
restaurant
what that is.
comedy. Yeah, he did. That was kind of his realm of like the
But that's in the 2000s, isn't it?
maybe.
Maybe early 2010s.
Mm,
But since then, not a
okay.
he, no. I was going to say Orange Is the New Black, but that's the other one that looks almost exactly like him. The one
Mm.
from American Pie, but nope, that's not him. Oh no, he was no. Yep. Nope.
I don't remember.
But yeah, no. Like I said, that has to be a low point in someone's career when they do that. You got to see it. It's a great scene though. I actually loved it quite a bit.
Yeah, it was
I
gross.
it was funny. It wasn't gross. It was funny.
It can be
It
gross
was
and funny.
hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was good. But at the
Able
meantime,
to hold like
Tess
a dirty
escapes.
titty over your face and
Dirty.
like wake up.
Oh, good.
It's
That was
like
so funny. She's down like this, and she got his head, and she's like, take it, take it. Take it.
told you that bottle was better. You should just went.
Oh, and we might as well explain that the inbred is, I guess we're at that point, right? I mean,
Yeah,
Tess
it's all good.
escapes,
Yeah, they
uh,
kind of help each other in escaping. Tess escapes first because
and then she
the
makes a noise, and the creature,
chases after her, which allows AJ to get up and leave. He comes across another room where Frank is there. You get a quick backstory on Frank. He's just weird. He's kind of stalking this woman, but he's first seen in like a grocery store, buying like baby supplies, and
but
that's where we get the VHS
he
tape.
doesn't have babies
He doesn't have babies
or women,
or women or a midwife.
but
The customer service
he's going to go get
representative.
some.
Yeah, he's
A
gonna get some.
lot because he's got all these VHS tapes with all these names of women, and
Yeah.
we're assuming that those are the ones that he kidnapped and had in the
They had
room. And
babies with, and then the weird
his goal
incestual
was to
thing.
have babies. I think that was his main goal because he wanted to
Yeah,
repopulate the world after the apocalypse.
I have no
I don't
clue.
know. I don't know, but he was one horny bastard.
Yeah,
He was definitely into it, and that's when Jason Long, because the first Jason, or AJ figures out that thinks that he's, a captor like he
hmm
is, but then he realizes that he is this monster in the bed,
yeah,
and, the monster in the bed ends up killing himself
yeah.
for reasons.
I think he just realized
Take
time was
over.
up. He's
Yeah.
been at this a long
Because
time.
he's
He
a
was going to be
feeble
found
old man
out.
at that
Yeah.
point. Because when he started kidnapping people was in probably the early 80s from the looks of it.
hmm
VHS, the cars that they showed.
Yeah.
So,
He was kind
yeah,
of like, I'm done.
yeah.
I can't keep this up. I'm found out.
But, you know, that creature was one of his kids
hmm
who was a child of other kids that he had,
Yes.
and so on and so forth. But I was wondering where the others were.
Yeah. I kept feeling like he must have killed them or something. I don't know. There
Well,
was definitely a missing.
later on, we meet the homeless man who says that there's other things worse than her, so there must be more. But maybe for budget, because they only had a very limited budget.
Yeah. Or to open themselves up for some weird.
No, yeah,
If there's
maybe,
other monster kids
maybe,
going
very
around.
possible.
I mean, who knows where they're at? They're not in this
Well,
town.
they're in Bulgaria.
So, well, there you go. Yeah, that's where it was from. Yeah. What's next?
So she escapes,
Yeah, goes to the gas
and
station
yeah,
to call the cops, who really don't want to do anything.
that was kind of an annoying scene. I don't, I know cops have issues, but I don't think they would be that bad because they were bad. They were,
Yeah, it everything about that area just seemed you clearly have an expectation of the people who are near that area. So if
yeah.
someone calls you the Brightmoor, no one lives in Brightmoor. You must be homeless because there was no cars, not even a single nice house there. So like,
Well, couldn't they have run her information? Wouldn't they have just run her information?
well, she didn't have her
Yeah, but
ID.
she could tell them her name and
Yeah,
you know age, and they would just look it up and go, "Okay,
yeah.
you're not a junkie like we think you are."
No, she didn't have her ID.
Anyway,
They
it,
do go with her to the house.
yeah, in order to talk down to her,
Yeah. Well, because again, it's an Airbnb. She has none of her identification. The door's locked because she had escaped through with
The,
the window,
the
the
basement.
basement
Yeah.
window again. So they're just kind of like, "What's up?" And then they make it sound like that area or the city next to it is just crime ridden because every time you turn around, they're low on staff, which is true. Yeah, they're low
And they're
staff,
getting calls
and they get
constantly
called.
to
Yeah.
that, there's been a shooting or whatever.
Hmm.
So they got to go. They got to go. So
Which is what happens.
eventually
They
they
go.
leave her. And then, yeah, no, they leave her. And at that point,
She gets back in. She goes back in to save AJ.
she went back downstairs.
I think she did. Or no, no, no. Did
Yeah.
he?
Wait,
I'm trying to
I'm
remember
trying
the
to
part.
remember too. So she goes down.
Mhm.
She had to have gone
I feel
downstairs
like she had to have gone downstairs
because,
because he's in the
well,
room. Okay.
because how does she get her car keys?
Oh yeah, she breaks in through a window. She goes back in.
Trying to remember the window.
Yeah, there's because she couldn't get in. She just takes a rock and she busts through the window and she climbs in and she gets
For
her
some
stuff.
reason, I wiped
Yeah.
that part.
And then I think at that point she's in the car. She's about to drive. The monster comes out to get her.
Yeah.
She hits the monster with the car, crashes it into the wall, like driving up against it. Um, fucking AJ. So anyway, so
Oh,
she
wait,
gets
wait, wait, hold on. The monster likes to fake people out because every time you do something to it, it pretends to die,
yeah. When
and you
did it
think it's
learn
dead
that?
because she literally rammed it into the side of the house
Mhm.
with her car, and so should be pinned there or dead. But no, pretty much it just disappears.
Yeah, and you know what's funny with those scenes too? The editors or someone never notices that you should probably move the car back a few inches and not have it pressed against the wall because you're like, "What did
It
he
was
just
right up against.
like just like slipped out of nowhere?"
Yeah.
Uh, but after pinning the monster against the house, the test goes back in. At this point, AJ has picked up the gun that Frank had killed himself with, and of course, upon seeing Tess, shoots her immediately. It just shoots her right in the stomach.
I think I would do that too.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't know who was coming, so I'm not gonna blame him, but he's just really worthless right now.
Yeah.
Just
No,
really worthless right
this
now.
is just their way of establishing that he's the douchebag and he's,
He casually hurts women all the time,
evidently.
and it's
Yeah.
really,
But he
it's not
does
his
try and
fault.
save her though. He does take her,
Yeah,
carries her upstairs and then they start running, well,
yeah,
hobbling.
hmm,
But they've got nowhere to go, so they go to meet the homeless guy she met
yeah,
earlier because he's got a safe house
yeah.
at the wire tower.
That's right. She never goes that far
All right.
until she
All right.
does.
Do you want to explain the hobo uh uh how he meets his untimely demise?
You can explain
No, you explain it.
it.
You explain it. Go ahead. You're better at explaining things.
So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else important between then. Yeah, so they make it to the water tower. They're having a conversation. You're getting the exposition, right? How long it's been going on.
Yeah.
The
And
fact
that
that Jason Long feels bad
and
for
that
what
this
he
is a
did to him.
safe place. This
Yeah,
is
it's a
the
safe
monsters
place.
never come here.
Yeah.
I'm like, why wouldn't they?
How did it get
They get
out?
like a hole in the fence.
Yeah, there was a whole that was weird too. Because it was like when they were escaping, why didn't they just go back to the hole? Like I didn't understand why they felt the need to go up. That was the part. I was like, why are you guys going up the stairs? Sorry, we're skipping. So Jason Long feels bad for shooting her, wants to make up for things. He's not a bad guy, and you're not a bad guy if you just
Oh
make
yeah.
one mistake.
He has that little nonsense where he goes, "I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad. I don't want to be a bad guy."
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy that made a mistake. And if I make a mistake, I'll be a good guy if I fix my mistake. It's some whole weird bullshit. So anyway,
Yeah.
I guess they're discussing what leaving or escaping. The homeless guy mentions, that they don't need to right now or leave right now. She's never come this far. And then in like the Kool-Aid man
It
comes
was a perfect cutout on the wall too. Did you
yeah.
notice that?
It was I did boom. It's just right in on
Breaks through that cement wall like it was paper.
yeah. And then I forgot what she did to him.
How can you forget what she did to him? She rips his arm off and then starts beating him with
That's
it.
right. How can I forget that part?
It
It was so crazy.
was so funny.
So crazy.
And this is he's it's at that moment where he's like, yeah, she never comes here. No, this is a safe place. She never comes. Ah! And
Yeah.
then and then boom, he's being
That's
beat
because
by
he
his
got
own
two of her
arm.
kids. You got two of her kids. She
It
doesn't take
was
care of kids.
so funny. I but it gets funnier once they get to the water tower because instead of running back out the hole,
They go
they
upstairs.
decide that they're going to go upstairs because that way they get trapped.
Yeah, because
Oh
there's
wait,
nowhere to go.
he forgot he had a gun too.
Yeah, he forgot he had a gun at the top, which he, of course, as soon as he realizes it, well, Tess mentions it, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa."
You're like, all right, whatever, whatever. You're not a man, are you?
No, 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 no. And then, of course, and then he gets to the top of the water tower, and he's like, "There's nowhere to go."
I
What?
love this. I
Wait,
love
what?
this.
Where were you going? Like, what's the plan?
And the monsters,
Coming up the
coming up the
stairs.
stairs.
Poor Tess has been through it. She's been shot by this freaking asshole.
I don't even know
She's
why
been
she
through
followed him.
She really should have split, but I guess he seemed cool and he was going to help her now. And of course, reveal when the monster's coming up, he says something like, "Well, we both can't escape," and then decides to sacrifice Tess by throwing her off the side of the water tower,
It was so funny.
which she should die, but because obviously there's this whole overtly weird maternal instinct of the monster.
He says, "Save your baby."
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and she
the
did.
creature goes jumping after her baby,
Yeah, and she
after
did.
Tess, and evidently, even though Tess went first, the creature got there first and sacrificed itself in order to save the baby.
I've seen that so many times in just stuff where the person afterwards, I guess, is more aerodynamic or has some sort of weird air mobility where they speed up, cradle the person, and then land before them. It is used a lot in things. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I don't think she could have done that in the time for the height of the water tower because the water tower wasn't that tall.
I don't
I mean,
know. She's super strong. Maybe she has, maybe because she's heavier. She's just
that was just
something.
so funny when she slid off the side. He pushes her off the side, and she's just like,
And
eh,
then
I was
another one.
laughing again.
Yeah.
However,
Here comes AJ down the stairs.
he's
Oh my
gonna
god! Oh my
he,
god! I can't believe it! You survived.
he
What?
he's gonna save her this time.
I'm gonna get you this time. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. It was me and you. But oh my god, you're so fine. You're okay.
Oh my god, this scene was so funny.
And then the monster quickly wakes up from once again playing dead because we thought the monster was dead, bleeding out. Its head. It's not moving. Well, it's alive enough to take Jason Long's eyes and shove those big gross thumbs right in there.
And
And
cuts to a headshot from behind, and she rips his head open like that. I was like, ah. I mean, obviously, paying for that was a bit much, but it was just. I think it was better that it was from behind
mhm.
because she literally splits the top of his head like.
Yeah, it was like an orange.
It
Like put your
was
fingers in
funny.
it, oops, and you peel it off. Yeah.
Yeah. And at the same time, the gun just happened to fall down right where Tess was laying.
Hmm.
So she grabs the gun and shoots the creature dead.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of a moment there because you kind of know the backstory now. They understand. So you have this creature. It doesn't know anything or know any better or whatever, and it saved her.
It
And
almost seemed like it was grateful to finally be put out of its misery because
yeah,
it gives the kid. But I didn't care. It was a stupid ending.
yeah,
It was just, I mean, after all the times that it had lived, and then one little bullet takes it out, got rammed by a
it went through the
2,000-pound
head.
car.
Well, movies are never really good at fully explaining, the ins and outs of the durability of a monster or what
Yeah.
powers it has. Because I mean, I mean, I had super strength, which I'm kind of like, is that like an inbred thing? Like eventually you like build up
Don't
just
they
like
usually get weak? When
that's what I
your
thought. Just
muscle
genes
wasted,
get
and then just
less.
living down under where
And what are you eating?
maybe that's what all the other kids went to. Maybe, but they didn't establish anything.
Yeah,
There was no cans of food anywhere, not even
no.
in Frank's little bunker area.
Hmm.
It was just all dirty. So yeah, I mean, was she going to the convenience store? Was she stealing chickens from some?
We don't know.
What was it eating? I
I
mean,
don't
and
know.
it had copious amounts of milk. Did you see that?
It
It had
did.
a lot of milk. I mean, they had a milk bottle like that. and she wasn't going to the store for that milk. It was great.
No, no, that was homegrown.
Mhm. Yep. Psst, psst.
But yeah, that was I mean that's it.
Yeah, and that's
That's
it. That's the end of
Barbarian.
the movie. Did you like it?
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Surprisingly, I did not like it in the theater, but I liked it the second time.
Yeah.
I still don't like the ending, but I think it's a good movie.
Hmm.
I really do. And it's weird my perception of seeing it in the theater and seeing it now, 3 years later. I I'm surprised that my opinion changed because I wasn't looking forward to this.
Hmm.
Because I had watched
He
it.
wasn't. No, he was
No,
not.
no. And I mean, there's other inbred movies. I mean, obviously there's the famous um the X-Files episode
Hmm.
that they had, and then U-Turn was another one that was all about inbred hillbillies and The Hills Have Eyes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So this isn't something new, but I guess in 2022 it was something different
Hmm.
because I mean, if you ask me, movies made today kind of suck for the most part. They're just
Yeah.
mediocre at best. But I think this one actually was good. It was well shot.
Hmm. It also played to the whole "there's someone in your house you don't know" sort of kind of genre. That's not used a lot, but it has been kind of done now and then. People living in your attic you don't know about, people in your walls.
I just realized something.
Mm.
If the basement door locked automatically when it closed,
Yeah.
how is the creature coming and sneaking into the house with the basement door closed?
Don't know. Maybe there's
Yeah,
some
there's
other
certain
way.
things. Just check your brain in certain areas of this. The characters are enjoyable.
Mhm.
Or at least she is. And Keith to a bit
Yeah.
until he gets his head bashed into a pancake. Um, but yeah, no, I
Yeah,
liked
2
it.
of the 3 are good. One's meant to be an asshole, and he was a proper asshole. Executed on that just
Yeah,
fine. Yeah, it was good.
yeah. And I guess that's it. Yeah,
That's everything.
yeah. So give us a comment. Did you like the movie? Did you not? Or whatever. Actually, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah,
And what else can I do? Oh, you can
yeah.
subscribe.
Like,
We like
comment,
subscribing.
subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the movie. If it's a thumbs up or thumbs down, because we're doing this for a bit. So, out of where is it? It's a thumbs up for me. I liked it. I give it like, out of
How
5.
about Siskel and Ebert?
Well,
I guess we still need to get that rating system down.
we do.
So let's just do it based on 1 to 5.
All right.
What did you
Yeah.
think?
I give it a 4.
I give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right.
And also let us know what you think we should watch.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions or want to hear our commentary on something, that'd be great. Pick it up.
Now Tony told me he likes to save his precious brain power for good movies. So send him good movies. I enjoy really bad movies. So send suggestions for really bad movies.
We will
I mean,
watch
bad.
what
I
the
love bad
people
movies.
want. People want me to.
No, I'm just repeating what
suffer.
he told me because I said, "You've never seen this." It's like, well, I usually don't watch bad movies.
That's
I'm
for
like-
my personal taste, but for the show,
I'm
for
making
the
him
sake
watch a lot of bad movies.
Exactly. So just give me more. Give me more. The thicker
Oh, yeah.
my skin will be.
There's so many '80s bad movies.
I know you guys just wait for it. But
Oh yeah.
that was Split Screen. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate your time and have a wonderful day.
Hasta luego.
Bye-bye.
Hey, should we pretend to talk afterwards? Kind of like Sissel and Ebert used to do that. Coming out of the thing. So we just sit here and stare blankly for another 10 seconds. No way up to keep this ending in. Then we can fade to black.
Every day a brand new start. We find comfort heart to heart. Share some stories, share some cheer. In this happy room right here.